I randomly asked my husband when he had his last wank, and he so casually responded, "Oh no, 9 times out of 10 I just have a wank at work." I have never, that I can remember, done it. No. This is funny, I think. And I wonder if you have strong feelings about this or how everyone feels. I randomly asked my husband when he had his last wank, to which he replied, "Oh, I don't know, probably last week." Me, being a stay-at-home mum who is home all the time, then asked, "Was I home?" And he so casually responded, "Oh no, 9 times out of 10 I just have a wank at work." Now, I'm not here to yuck someone's yum. However, this is not the first partner I've had do this. My question is this normal? Why not do it at home? Is it a risk kink thing, or is this just something that guys do? Logistically, it's not my thing. I don't want to sit in a cubicle and finger blast myself in a public toilet.
And for that, I'm grateful, Laura.
Even if I wanted to, Keeshia, every single time I say I'm going to the toilet, you follow me in.
I need to pee a lot.
If I say, "Hey guys, I'm just going to go to the toilet," I shit you not, 30 seconds later, the door opens and in comes Keeshia. I cannot go to the toilet here on my own. Imagine if I was masturbating. Just imagine. So no, I don't masturbate at
I think
work.
we need some counselling with our work team. So let's get back to the question. My initial reaction to this was legitimately, what the actual fuck are you talking about? No, this isn't normal. And I decided to do a read of the room. I asked my boyfriend. He said he's never done it and he's done overnight shifts. So I was like, okay, maybe this is dependent on your workplace environment. I had 6 girls over at my house last night for book club. And I was like, guys, tomorrow on the podcast, I think this is something we're going to talk about. Can I get a read of the room? What's your go? And what do your partners think? Much more common than I anticipated.
How many out of the 6?
I think it was nearly 50-50. And the 50% who were like, no, were like, I don't know. It's never something that I've asked them. I've never thought I needed to.
So were they saying yes for themselves or yes for their partners?
For their partners, yeah.
Right.
I actually didn't get to ourselves. But I asked about partners first. And they responded with things like, yeah, I think he's done it in the showers at work. You know, if they either go for a run or something. It was the gym. Apparently it's something that people sometimes do in the shower at the gym.
That seems really unnecessary.
This person has written in saying that their husband is a tradie. Now, my brother's a tradie. He's a builder. He doesn't even let the people who work on his job sites use the bathrooms of the people whose homes they're creating.
So he's masturbating in a portaloo? That's wow. I need some ambience. Men really, they don't need a lot, do they? A lot of them. Far out. Set some
just an
candles
imagination.
up. Yeah, it's a process for me. I don't know. Wow. I do think men and women, we're speaking mostly from a heterosexual position, but I would say guys are more likely to do it than what women are, but I'm not ruling out women masturbating at work. I think that there's many more reasons loaded into it. Female pleasure has been something that's been very shrouded. It's been very stigmatized for so long.
I'm okay with the stigma of wanking at work. I'm not that progressive. I'm actually okay with being no, that's a bit strange.
Do you imagine if that was the next movement? Women who wank at work. WWW. We want equal rights.
To me, there just seems like there's logistical complications here. How do you clean yourself up? Are you silent? I'm not sure we should be normalizing it. If I was going to put my energy into normalizing something that has stigma, this isn't it. But I do think maybe it could be related to how you respond to whether your partner masturbates at home. He said 9 times out of 10 he'll do it at work because she was like, but I'm home all the time. So are you the person who's not okay with your partner masturbating while you're at home?
Or is it more just a case that you're physically at home and often you'll walk into the bathroom when he's in the shower and vice versa? Yeah, I always wonder when Matt does it because I'm home a lot when he's home, although he does work from home. So I'm guessing
that complexes the question of do you wank at work? Because for him it's a one one in all.
Yeah. Do you wank in the same spot that you do your work though? Like, do you wank at the table, or is it always in the shower or the bedroom?
Is it when he's editing his podcast with Ash? Is that what gets him going?
Hey, honey, where do you wank? In what part of the house? Just so I know. Do you use the towels or the toilet paper? Like, what's it like?
I feel like it's fine to leave that as a question mark.
Okay. Rhetorical. He doesn't need to answer it. Maddie J will not be joining us.
But what I mean by this is, like, if you're the type of person who doesn't like your partner masturbating at home, especially when you're home, because the question could be like, well, why don't you want to have sex with me? And to me, I don't have a problem with that, because to me, masturbation and having sex are very different things. The intimacy is very different. One's more of a physical need, one's more of an emotional thing.
So long as your sex life is not affected, I don't think we should be telling people when they can and can't masturbate.
Well, some people actually really don't like it. They don't like the idea of their partner getting off while they are at home.
Well, that's problematic.
It's personal preference to some degree, I think. I think it depends. It's one of those grey areas for me. But that would be my next question to you. Is he doing it 9 times out of 10 at work because he doesn't feel comfortable doing it at home? Maybe he'll be doing it in the Portaloo less if you tell him that you're fine with it.
I find that so, I'm still hung up on what you just said. I find it so interesting that you think it is a grey area to not be okay with your partner masturbating so long as it doesn't affect your relationship. I think if they're doing it so frequently that it affects your sex life, I would have an issue with it.
I think it depends on where they do it.
Oh, totally. Okay, if they're doing it whilst you're asleep next to you, like, problem.
That's what I mean by grey area.
If they are just in their free time on a Tuesday at 11 because they work from home, wanting to go upstairs, have a shower and have a wank, like, I don't think that we have the autonomy over another person's body to say whether they should or can't or could or can masturbate. Like, that's your personal preference. You do you. That's your body. Do whatever you want with it. So long as you still want to have sex with me at the end of the day, at some point, that's fine. I don't think we should have license over people's bodies like that.
I completely agree. For me, the grey area comes down to whether it is impacting you having sex. Like, if they're masturbating so much that you're not having sex, that could be a problem. It might not be, but it could be.
Totally.
If they're doing it in places like if they're in the shower and you're in the bathroom putting your makeup on, you might not like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, the area that they do it and the privacy that they do it from is where it becomes a grey area for me.
Okay, I understand.
So yeah, that's what, and I completely agree that we can't be telling people if it's not problematic where they can and can't get off, unless maybe it's at work. I don't.
If you're in a relationship, I want to know if your partners have masturbated at work, but then I also want to know if you have done it. And I think that these things will be more skewed. So I don't masturbate at work, whereas like maybe you have. Zero judgment.